Hi, I'm Adam Carolla. I want to talk to you today about loneliness. You see, loneliness is the single deadliest killer on the face of the planet today. And it could strike at any time. You might be in bed reading a good book, or standing in a crowded room full of friendly faces, when loneliness rears its ugly head. You can run, you can hide, but you can't run and hide from loneliness. Because it's not enough to be surrounded by people who love you. Not if you don't give a damn about them. No, sir, you need a companion, a confidant, a Vermont teddy bear. Buy some peace of mind today. I'm Adam Carolla. It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Oh, the chickens have come home to roost. So I made a bet with my buddy, I guess, the first week of our fantasy football thing. And now I have to do like a double shot of Bombay Sapphire. So I'm going to be doing that. There's 2 bottles here, 2 little dealies. Yeah. What better way to start off a draw? I don't like to drink when I draw, so I don't do that very often. But I have 2 obligations here. This stuff I'm not happy about. It's gross. Tastes like toilet bowl cleaner. And just one of those fills the whole dang thing. I ain't touching this one. Okay. I've also got a cup of tea here waiting for me. So, yeah. My brother bought a big old bottle of this for some party a while back. And it was like drinking, I don't know, Windex or something. So, oh man, I can't do shots. Oh god, and it smells like the worst kind of mint. I don't know how to put it. All right. Ew. Rip off. Oh. Merciful heavens. Bleh. Oh. To hell with you. Okay. Let's ink the book. Okay, I'm pouring my ink here. I'd rather be drinking my ink than that trash. Okay. Oof. Tea. So welcome. I'm Ryan O'Connor. Oh. And merciful heavens. Okay. I'm Ryan O'Connor, and I am a cartoonist. I'm here inking my book just about every day. I was inking a page a day. Now I keep falling a little short, but just out of busyness. So I'm going to finish this page up today and probably get a good chunk of this one in. If you like this kind of thing, oh, let me flip this around. Let's get into it. If you like this kind of thing, if you like drawing, if you want to learn how someone makes a comic for the first time ever, or if you want to see how someone else is learning how to make their first comic ever, that's what we're doing here. That's what this channel, that's what's going on this channel. All right. So this is page 18. Though I did a whole bunch of pages before page 1 too, of like lead-in material, including the covers. These guys up here, I think I'm going to do in my Copic multiliner. It's the Winsor Newton for the rest of this though. Winsor Newton Series 7 Kolinsky Sable brush. Size 2. Oh, crumbs. I still feel that just like sitting in my chest. That putrid chemical burn. Bombay Sapphire, no fun. We can save that other bottle for when I inevitably lose my next bet. Ugh. Hey, my roommate's in there. He says, we can smell how gross that was from here. Yeah. Jiminy hell. It's like mint flavored or mint scented. You smell like mint leaves, but it's something about it is just like just bad news. Like I like mint, but not when I smell that. It is that stuff is no fun. And I remember the last time I had it with my brothers, we were just making ourselves do more shots of it and like punishing ourselves. Actually, there's a. I know I've been talking about Norm Macdonald a lot since he died, but even before he died, I was talking about him a lot on here. But there's a Norm Macdonald connection with that story because my brother was getting really into him all of a sudden when he bought that and I think he was listening to a lot of Norm Macdonald, and Norm Macdonald said something about bathtub gin. So he wanted to bring a bottle of gin to the party so he could say he brought some bathtub gin, I guess. And what is that shadow? Oh, it's my mic. and that was pretty much the only reason he brought Bombay Sapphire. And oof, and yeah, bathtub is right. So, Tyler, if that's you still in here, uh, did you hear the little theme song thing? If you did, what do you think? I think this handle is on the wrong side here. I need ways to make this show a little more entertaining. So well, first of all, I got to get back on a normal schedule where I'm not doing this in the dead of night. But it just kind of keeps on working out that way. Okay. We got to get Tyler on the show sometime. I got to get it in such a way where like people can come on with their webcams and talk with me. I haven't looked into it yet. But one of these days. In the meantime, I'll just keep calling people, FaceTiming people out of the blue without warning and putting them on the show. I was talking to Liam last night, my brother, and who's been on here a bunch of times. And he was saying he's got to get back on here again sometime soon. My other brother Jimmy, he said he wants to do it too. He'd be good. Man, I want to get everybody on here. You'll meet all my friends and family and stuff eventually. Oh, and you know what I was thinking? It would be cool to get my friend Kat on here. Like before her campaign ends. Her Mothman enamel pin thing. The link to that is in the description. Her Kickstarter, her first Kickstarter. I'm proud of her. Let's see. Yesterday she was just shy of $800 when her asking goal was $500. Let me take a look. Mothman loves you. That updates you, fool. Campaign. Okay. Where does it say? I don't like the phone one. Oh, here. Oh, dude, she's at 868 with 5 more backers than yesterday. 11 days to go. Please consider checking out that link and supporting her. All 3 tiers are $20 or less, and you get an enamel pin of her artwork and a handwritten letter on the top 2 tiers. And as I keep saying, like, hand lettering is kind of her gig. It's a specialty of hers. So that's going to be a work of art all its own. I just want you to know. So Bonehead. Bonehead is a 235-page book I'm making. And here's my guy right here, Bonehead. There's a watercolor I did of him. Watercolor card. But I think so it's a little sci-fi adventure thing of this guy, Bonehead. He steals this top secret project from the poison factory he works at, and it gets him wrapped up in this big crazy adventure filled with aliens, giant bug monsters. There's teleportation, space travel, and some kind of alternate dimension. Mm-hmm. So these aliens are from a planet called Montana. And the reason I named the planet Montana was because the main alien, the character that I made up, when I first made him up, his name is Billy TV. When I first made him up, I drew him with a t-shirt that says Butte on it. And I think the thinking was like, because he's from out of town, it says Butte, like Butte, Montana. And when the time came to come up with the planet he was from, I naturally first thought of it should be called Planet Montana. Okay. I'm going to try and taper off these stories I tell every dang show, including the synopsis of Bonehead. I'm kind of just sick of saying that over and over. I kind of told it a little different today, I guess. But that means I got to come up with other stuff to say. I mean, I do want people to come in knowing what they're getting into, but you know, at some point it's got to be like people coming in have to start asking questions and talking to me in the chat, or just leaving comments. I'm not going to say the same dang thing every episode. What else? So, yesterday was the birthday party for my 1-year-old niece. So that was fun. I got her this little vehicle, like thing she can ride around, and it's got all kinds of gears and things to play with on it. And I got her some finger puppets and a dress. And then my nephew, her brother, who turned 5 a day before her birthday, he's having a party later in the week. I'm waiting on some top secret gifts for him to show up, but I've also got some other stuff for him. So today's Sunday. I went to church this morning. I did a lot this morning before noon. Let's see. I was up at... I initially woke up at 3:30, and I tried to nap a bit. I did some sketchbook drawings. I colored some sketchbook art. Napped again. Went to church. I ate a chicken dinner meal that I made a couple days ago because I was hungry, and it was readily available. Even though it was like 10 o'clock, it was like, well, I've kind of been more or less up all day. Kind of feels appropriate. Let's see. Oh yeah. I ordered some new ink. This is the one I've been using. It's Handy Art Hobby Lobby trash brand, black velvet waterproof India ink. It's running real low. I mean, what's left will last me. It'll probably last. Oh man, that Bombay Sapphire, I tell you. Oh. It is still present. I went to order some more waterproof India ink the other day. The brand I got is Speedball. I think that's the name brand that people will usually get for this kind of thing. That's just what's available at Hobby Lobby. Well, I'm sure Speedball is available at Hobby Lobby too. That's what I've used heretofore. That Handy Art thing. So what I've found so far in art, since I started taking my art a little more seriously, you get better results if you buy better products. Like I was using trashy trash brand brushes up till I started this book. Then I started using these Winsor Newton ones that are like $24 a brush. And it's a night and day difference. It really is. I wonder if the ink will also be like night and day difference somehow. But who knows? But I'm a guy who always used to draw with. I mean, I still draw with mechanical pencils. And but I always used to draw with mechanical pencils in notebooks, and if I inked them, it would be with actually I have one here. What I swore by in high school was these Pilot V5 precise pens. And they are just so scratchy. I'm wondering how I ever could use it at all. It's just a rolling ball pen. Rolling ball. I don't know. That's what it says. It's extra fine. I don't think I always use the extra fine ones, but I did like these Precise V5 pens for some reason. Yeah, I've got a couple in here. And it's not like inking. Now if I use a pen, I like these Copic multiliners. I like them a lot. Or Panda Fly. I was using those a lot. But these kind of pens, these multiliner type pens. Actually, the Panda Fly, I think, would just happen to show up when I searched for the Copic multiliners a lot for some reason. But they do the trick. But I haven't used them in a while. I do really like these Copic multiliner SP pens, though. They're good tools. I kind of got most of my art tool ideas from Jake Parker's website. I think it's mrjakeparker.com. He has a tools section where he lists all the tools and with links and stuff and little brief descriptions. Yeah, it's mrjakeparker.com. That's mrjakeparker.com. And then, yeah, there's all these tabs. Where is it? If you go to the menu, no, not menu. Inktober. He's the guy that made up Inktober. His SVS Learn, his 3-Point Perspective podcast. Where's the tools thing? I'm not seeing it, buddy. It was always here. Info. No. About. Dude, where you at? It was on mrjakeparker.com. How about this? Jake Parker Tools. Yeah, mrjakeparker.com like tools. Wherever it is, I maybe I'm just not seeing it on the. It looks like it's under info. Yeah, it is. Info. It's the info tab, tool recommendations. And he lists a bunch of pens. I have the Pentel Feud brush pen, but I was never able to use it. I have the Pentel Pocket Brush pen, which I use all the time. I need to get a new one because it's kind of frayed. But I really like that. I mostly use it for laying down fat blacks. The Copic multiliner SPs I use the most. And look, Winsor & Newton Series 7 Kolinsky Sable watercolor brush, round, number 1 he recommends. I'm using a number 2. I was using a number 3 for the first several pages. I have other 2s and 3s over there when this one craps out on me and when that one craps out on me. Then he lists a bunch of markers. He recommends a lot of Copic markers, it looks like, which I have not used, but I am open to the idea. I've been faithful to Prismacolor since middle school, when a friend of mine introduced me to them. A guy named Mike Giuliano. I wonder what happened to him. He was a great artist. I love that guy. Mike Giuliano. If you ever see this, reach out. We miss you here in Ryan Land. I moved away my freshman year. Not terribly far, but it proved pretty hard to keep in contact with a lot of my friends. Like, we're all at that age, like right before we started driving, and my freshman year, yeah. It's like none of us knew what we were doing at that point. And they were all like falling in love the second I moved away, and priorities were shifting, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, what a year to move away. My freshman year, first year of high school, was at a new. No, it was after my freshman year. Pardon me. After my freshman year, so my sophomore year, I started at a new high school. After, kind of leaving behind, and I just moved basically a town over, but it was far enough where like I had to like make all new friends and really say goodbye to all the old ones. Like I say, it was just before everybody started driving, and it's like by the time any of them did start, and I didn't get my license till I was 20, so it was just like by the time any of them had started driving or anything like that, it was like I had kind of fallen out of contact with them. Unfortunately. But yeah, 9 years of friendships kind of just evaporated, and I was kind of starting new my sophomore year. But the one upside was I was now at a high school that had kind of like a specialized art program, or like an honors art program that the other schools didn't have in the area. And like I was dead set on getting into it, because I was like, if I can't get into this art program, I don't know what I'm going to do at this school, because I am not meeting people. I'm not, like, nobody's my friend. Like, nobody has any interest in meeting a new guy, it seems. I was like kind of like very lonesome my first semester at that school. It was kind of a tragic place to be, like at a high school, your sophomore year, not knowing anybody. But so that I was like, I got to get into this art program, because all I've ever done was consider myself an artist. I was like, if I can't get into this art program, whoa, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna crack up. And so I applied. I had to produce a bunch of pieces. I had to put together a portfolio. And I was like, I hadn't made any artwork that was portfolio worthy, at that point. And so I made a bunch of pieces. I know I did a pencil. I put together a pencil value drawing of Abraham Lincoln. I did some kind of like value drawing of some beast, like with his back turned to the viewer, holding some kind of staff. I did a value drawing of John Lennon. What else did I do? I'm sure I had some oil pastel pieces. I liked working with oil pastels from time to time. A lot of what was in that portfolio and a lot of artwork that I added to it throughout my time in the art academy got destroyed in a basement flood. I'm pretty certain I still have that portfolio somewhere, but it kind of breaks my heart to look at it because I think just about everything inside it is ruined. I'll have to look and see if anything survived. I should just pull out some old high school artwork. I know I must have something. But one of these days I'll show you my old artwork. And we'll just laugh and laugh. I can show you my giant paper mache pencil that I made in high school. It's a little ruined now, but not tragically. It's still displayed in my house. I have a bone sitting in here that I made in community college. And not out of paper mache. I don't quite know what it is made out of. Some kind of clay stuff on over a wire mesh. I have a giant head here in this room that I sculpted out of like some insulation board. Looking around, I don't think I have any other artwork in this room. I should make some paintings. I've never painted all that much, but I want to do some paintings. I've been thinking, like all these sketchbook all these sketchbook drawings. It's kind of like all I'm doing lately for the past couple of years. It's like all the art I'm producing. It's kind of not my best face forward most of the time. I'll make some good art. I mean, like something a little more substantial. I mean, this book, I guess, is a little more substantial. I suppose. Some of the pages. So I called this episode Running in Place, which is kind of what I feel like lately. Kind of hustling, trying to get stuff going all the time, and I kind of haven't had a lot to show for it lately. That's what that title's about. At least that's how I feel. I should really keep an inventory of like what I produce in a given week, and I mean, because I've gotten some art made. Let's see. How many pieces have I made this week for my So what's a week ago today? 19th. So on the 19th, okay, I only have, because there were a couple days I didn't do anything. Okay, so 5 days ago, I posted this fly guy. Four days ago, football player. 3 days ago, Wolfman. Also 3 days ago, horse guy. Technically last night, but in the wee hours of this morning, I posted the skunk guy, and then this pig guy today. But let's see. Without pages. So well, I'm guessing I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I couldn't tell you how many pages. Anyway, it's like I work. I shouldn't get down on myself for not working enough. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Or something like that, right? I just heard that song recently, but I'm not. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not intimately familiar with it enough that I have any business singing it. How about that? I'll hit my face on the camera, as I am wont to do. Now we're in, and my brush is already stiff and gluey. I used to have an art thing. I used to have a little water bottle here. Oh, here it is. I can clean a brush off in. I mostly used it for watercolors, but I'm drying my brush off. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna solve all my problems. Can't blame the tools now, can you? You instrument you. Oh, so a while ago I was talking about how some girl approached me and was like, "Hey, can you uh help me make this TikTok? I need someone to ask me like blah blah blah." It's like a predictive text based uh TikTok assignment. And I don't know. I ran into her again, and she showed me. I wasn't in the thing. You hear my voice, but I don't know. But she thanked me for helping her make it. I don't know what I wanted with this. What the hell is going on here? I don't know what I'm doing. Doing these mountains, but so these astronauts, they're escaping, having stolen this orb from this planet, and it's really gonna mess up the ecosystem of this planet and kind of doom them. This book is kind of about selfishness. It's the flaw of the villain, and it's the flaw of the hero is selfishness. It's the flaw of the author as well. Oh, mama. So I mentioned, I mentioned it. Fantasy football. That's the whole reason. That was the whole reason we placed the bet about the Bombay Sapphire. My roommate wanted to come up with the nastiest tasting alcohol to bet about, like, whoever lost in it, because we were up against each other in the first week of fantasy, and he wanted to make a bet about, and that's Tyler, the guy I was talking to earlier, who says we can smell how gross that was from here. It's my buddy, my friend since high school. He was one of the, well, I don't know about the first friend. No, he wasn't. He wasn't my first. He wasn't among my first friends that I made at that high school. But he was like the first diehard true friend I made at that school, and he is still my best friend to this day. And all my other friends from that high school have largely fallen away from being by my side, unfortunately. Not all of them. It's a sad thing. I think about those days very fondly, my high school years, and it bugs me how little. Well, no, I actually a good chunk of those friends. I just get down on stuff sometimes, but actually, I am still very good friends with a good handful of people from those days. I just miss the people that did fall away. So, no, that wasn't going to be entirely true at all. Many of them are still, to this day, my very, very, very best friends. A lot of people in the Art Academy, actually. I love them so dearly, and I would do anything for them. I would probably do things that I would never think I was capable of doing, like take a bullet or donate a kidney to. stuff that I would find kind of unfathomable otherwise. You know what I mean? Like thinking about it right now, it's like I would probably do something like go to insane levels to to help those friends if I had to. Like if I was put on the spot, yeah, I'll give them a kidney. It's like, are you serious? You, Ryan, would give them a kidney. Yeah, they need it. That's not a that doesn't sound like something I would do normally. But for them maybe. You know what I should have done? I think I said it before too. I should have asked for her TikTok handle, and I could have talked about that, or I could have pumped her TikTok on here, even though ain't nobody watching this. If you do watch this, get the word out. Help me get the word out, please. I need viewers. What I always say is like the way I watch things like this, I put it on in the bed and start drawing. I put art streams on and I just start drawing and listen to them talk about drawing and or whatever, and it's just it's kind of like helpful white noise kind of. And then every once in a while I'll look up and see how far they're getting or what they're up to and see if I've been keeping up or whatever in productivity. there is some like production value to her content. I mean, maybe it's just filters. I don't know. I don't know things. It just looked kind of a little fancy pants in something I saw looked a little neat. I don't know. I was on TikTok for a second and I deleted it. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And I followed two guys right away, and they clearly didn't know what they wanted to do with it either, because they never posted anything. I was like, yeah, I don't need this. One of these days, I need to do a new. I was talking about it yesterday. I need to do a new Ryan Won't Shut Up. I did one on a comic I received in the mail. Solo Survivors of Chaos by Martin. Is it Oscar Martin? What's his name? Oscar Martin. Yeah. I gotta read that too. It is beautiful art. I was just seeing a bunch of art he posted today. So beautiful. So amazing. Perfect. It's like perfect marriage of cartoon, like classic cartoon, Tom and Jerry, Disney style characters, and like human anatomy. It's great. It's like barbarian stuff. Go watch my video about Solo Survivors of Chaos. It's called Ryan Won't Shut Up About Solo Survivors of Chaos by Oscar Martin or something like that. And that's going to be an ongoing series, I think. I was saying yesterday I might do one on the Venture Brothers eventually. I miss it. This is an all frayed, super frayed brush. It's not going to focus. We'll see. It's working out though. I saw my friend's son today. It was the first time I'd seen him in a while. He's growing, I think he's 7, 8, but he's getting big. And when I first saw him, I was like, "Holy smokes, you're a man now!" He's like, "Yeah, I'm starting to get a mustache." And his dad was like, "Yeah, he is." It's like I didn't start getting. I wasn't able to grow facial hair till I was 30. Oh, he's a cool kid. His mom always shows me his artwork. He's really good. He's always drawing. What do you call those guys? Among Us. So I was drawing the characters from Among Us. Right, those are the guys in the hazmat suits, and they get killed, and they're like a ham bone. He draws a lot of those guys. He draws a lot of Pokemon. Pokemon, I think, and other stuff. I don't know. He renders them and shades them. He's a cool kid. I love kids that draw. I love people who keep up with it too. Okay. These little guys. At this small, you really gotta like go without detail, and sometimes at certain levels of smallness, I think you get really tempted to throw in details anyway, and it can get real muddy real easily. And more than anything, you want clarity, so you gotta learn to keep it simple, stupid. These are all aliens down here. Or Montanans, I should say. I mean, it's their home planet. For corn's sake, I can't call them aliens on their home planet. That possum meat him good to eat, carve him to the heart. You'll always find a special treat, carve him to the heart. Carve that possum, children, carve that possum, carve him to the heart. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to start that next page. I did the panels, but I am getting sleepy. This is the latest I've stayed up in 2 weeks. I don't know what counts as late in that first week, but it's just a weird schedule. And then, yeah, it's been some days now, and I have not been up past like 8:30. I don't think. I started this around 9 o'clock, I want to say. 1.5. Yeah. It's 10:30 now. Okay. Okay. And that's going to be this page. Ooh, I don't know how long I was not on screen. Sorry about that. It looks like I still haven't inked them, but I did. They look way darker in person. Okay, there we go. Okay, hour and a half. I will certainly have way more time to do this tomorrow. Maybe I'll be on a much better sleep schedule. I stayed up this late. And I should be able to go on earlier as well. Oh, that's what I was seeing. Let me finish this. Hold the phone. I was seeing these guys. So I think I was on camera. I was just getting the two drawings mixed up. Put a gonna put a dark background in here. Put sweet potatoes in the pan, carve 'em to the heart. The sweetest meat in all the land, carve 'em to the heart. Carve that possum, children, carve that possum. Carve 'em to the heart. All right, it is time for me to go. So I'm going to leave you with the little theme song here. Take care, kiss your mother, be a good little boy or girl. And remember, I love you.